Greetings one and all, this is Rhythmworks and welcome to my channel. The Last of Us Remastered PS4 style coal mine map, supply raid, factions. What else can I tell you? It's the boom. The whole game is the boom. You already know that, you know, and it's so fun to play a game that translates very well from PS3 to PS4. You know, it's such a good game. I don't even mind playing both versions. That's how good I rate the game. That's how much I rate the game. So yeah, I'm having fun, as you can see, and yeah, just hooked up with my brethren, my sparring partner Aqua7909. If you check out the Chillin and Killin series that I've got on my YouTube channel, you will see that he features a lot in those videos, and he's a real good player, you know, real nice guy, real communicative player. You know, to play this game really well and to have fun with the game, you just got to communicate. You know, it's as simple as that. And he's one of the few players that I've seen that, you know, has a real good attitude with the game, you know, and will help anybody. You will coach anybody in how to be a better Last of Us multiplayer player. But yeah, but the one thing I noticed playing this game, which you probably will notice at some point in the future, is that if there's only two of you playing and you're in a party, I mean in a chat party, and you get into a lobby where there's probably, I don't know, 6 other people and their parties as well, the odds are that you might get split up. And it was really kind of weird because even though you're split up, you still have party chat, so you can still hear what the other person is saying. And I remembered when I actually got into the map, this wasn't the map I got into, the first map I got into was, I think it was the dam, where I just literally got up and just said to Aqua, okay, this is how we're going to do it, we're going to start here, okay, such and such is over there, such and such is over there. And I looked around and I didn't see his name tag. And I'm saying, Aqua, where are you? He says, where are you? And I'm saying, oh, we must have split up. Oh, but I can still hear you. And I'm saying, okay, yeah, but that's because we're on party chat. So, you know, we have a habit of just literally letting each other know where people are, where we are, as you would do if you're in the same team, in the same squad, but we're doing it on separate sides. So it's kind of funny to hear him saying, okay, there's somebody coming on the right hand side or the left hand side, but he already knows that that I'm covert, so he can't see me, but I can see him. And it was just funny to say, well, I've got 2 people on my right hand side and he knows that he's one of them, and then he doesn't say anything and he just moves over to the other side. And it's really fun. It's fun to kind of play that way because you can actually tell people one thing and you can do another. For example, I can say, well, I can see 2 people in front of me and the 2 people can't see me, or they can't see anybody immediately in front of them, so they don't know whether I'm telling the truth or not. But at the same time, it's not really gonna work if only 2 people are in the party to chat with. That's what made it all the more funny to play. But can you imagine 8 people in the same lobby, in the same party chat, on 2 completely different sides, all split up into 2 different sides? You know, it'd be crazy. And that's what I experienced for like 3 matches. And I've got to tell you, I admit it, I was laughing my head off, because here we both are in the same party, trying to tell the other teammates, yeah, he's over there, and they can't hear a word we're saying, but we both can hear what each other's saying. If you happen to be fortunate enough to get into that position, please don't back out of the game. Try. You'll be surprised. You will see the game in a whole different perspective. Okay. With that being over and done and said, my findings on a particular aspect of the game, which I think is going to split opinions, but is not really going to matter to hardcore players, and that is, for me, the amount of weapons that are now included in the game. The one thing that I really liked about The Last of Us was, for me, it totally fit the genre of survival horror, even if Neil and Bruce from Naughty Dog wouldn't regard it as such. But I regard it as such because the tagline is make every shot count, and you can only do that with a limited supply of ammo. But you would think a limited supply of weapons too, right? Well, that's what I still think. But then with the DLC and having all these extra weapons, oh, see, Aqua, look, there he is. Shut me in my face. You know, but with all the extra DLC that's been made available, you know, you got all these grenade launchers and I don't know what the hell they are, enforcers, or I don't know what they are, you know, but they got all these other power weapons that, you know, people seem to be just running you down with all the time. And I think from my perspective that the skill factor is more or less lost with having all those weapons. It's getting to kind of be Call of Duty-esque, you know. But if you're hardcore and if you're principled enough just to use the weapons that you normally use, it is still a great game filled with excitement to play, you know. What I notice a lot that people do as well, and this is just a minor peeve, is that people tend to use the shotgun a lot. Shotguns and bombs. Shotguns and bombs. Now, I don't mind if you use a shotgun when all else fails, you know. I've played a few games with people on the PS3 version yesterday where their disdain for people who use the shotgun is more than apparent, you know. And sometimes they get it mixed up with people who use the shotgun as a last resort. Now, my friend Aqua went through the same situation where, you know, he got into a scrape and he had like two rounds of shotgun ammunition and he decided to use them. And the guy was more or less cussing him out, saying, you use your fucking shotgun. And he had to let him know, look, you know, I only use my shotgun once, you know, don't get it confused with me using it all the time. Such is the trauma you can go through when you're being subjected to eating a whole lot of shotgun rounds, that even when one person uses it once, he regards you and tars you with the same brush, you know. But me personally, I don't mind the shotgun if it's your last resort, but to use it as a regular weapon, you know, there's just no skill. You just point and shoot, because you know, the circumference of the shot, the spread of the shot is going to get you sooner or later. But then you have to kind of adapt yourself to not be so close quarters to someone who has a shotgun all the time. You just got to, you know, be as awkward as him. He's like one of the boxers who won the gold medal yesterday. He said, sometimes you got to use awkwardness to be awkwardness, and that's true. That is true. And you know, in this case, is no exception. But that's my only gripe, to even call it that, because it's very minimal. But I understand people's hang-ups about, there you go, trying to toast me to a crisp. You know, I can understand people's frustrations with that. But then when you play a game with a set of people that totally get it, they want to win the game by using stealth and skill, and only the original weapons that were supplied in the game to begin with, it makes for a very good game. You know, it can be very boring when you win all the time using that and you don't use alternate skills. Don't get me wrong, it's all about skill at the end of the day, and you know, bombs are part of crafting and all of that, and I'm cool with that. But when you use your shotgun all the time, it just gets boring, to me anyway. And that's more or less that. But I'm gonna leave you with the rest of this gameplay. And as always, thanks for watching. And whatever you do, whatever the game, whatever the console, whatever the media, happy gaming, because it's all about gaming. And until such time, my God, layers.